Ha, it's been a long time, huh? So right now you're on my desk and I'm attempting to reorganize it, but that's not going well. Now I have to think about what I want to say. Before my, of course, okay. Blah! Gotta make this smooth. Okay. So the last time I made like a talking video was right before I put up the Oita prefectures videos, and I made a promise, which originally I was hesitant to do, but I did it anyway. And I've been kind of, what's the word? Not scared. I didn't want to come back on here after I made that promise, because not only am I disappointed in myself for making a promise to like friends and family and whoever else watches my videos, but I kind of made that promise for myself, and because I didn't go through with it, I don't really have anything for myself. I don't have much video or pictures from the trip. So all I have are like whatever I have up in here. I can't really give an excuse except for I did do a lot, and the reason I didn't take many videos or pictures, I would say, is because I was more living in the experience than willing to be behind a camera, which kind of makes sense. Can you blame me? And if I had taken more video and pictures, I realized doing a video every day would have taken me so long, because I'm not good at editing, and I just use iMovie for editing, and that takes me forever. And I never really had that much time anyway. So that's the scoop. I would like to put up the footage that I did get, although it's not so much, and I would also like to maybe talk about some highlights of what happened while I was in Tokyo, if you all are interested in listening. So this is going to be a half babbling video, half film video. That doesn't make sense. I didn't brush my hair today. My friend and I woke up pretty early, like 5 o'clock, and then we met later at like 6 in the morning because she was heading back to the States for Christmas, and we were gonna go together. So we walked to the train station, then I took the Shinkansen. I got there, couldn't find Kazuya because, I don't know. I was really, which sucks. I got there and I was already a little ticked off because I couldn't find him. He told me, exit the gates and wait. So I did. I exited the Shinkansen gates, and I sat there and I waited, and he's like, where are you? Where are you? I was like, I'm right where you told me to be. And he's like, what do you see? And I'm like, I see construction. And he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And so I was like, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to find you. So I'm, moping. That's what I do. I'm very animated on my face. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've always been like that. So I was walking, and not even, what is it, maybe 5 or 6 yards, there are some more gates, and he's right out there. And I walk up to him and I'm like, really? Why couldn't you find me? Then in the evening, we went to Tokyo Tower, and that was my first time. It was really fun. We also had dinner there, and I do have some clips of it, so here they are. Ooh, that smells good. Oh my god, someone knocked me over. Next day was Christmas Eve. We went shopping in a city over, which was a bad experience because we went by bikes. And if you guys have never been here, from my experience, Japanese people most often ride like maniacs when they have bikes. Probably because they've been doing this their whole life and to get around, and I guess they feel very comfortable on a bike. So, but me, I drive a car most of the time when I'm at home. So I I like leisurely ride a bike. Well, he was having none of it. He was leading the way. I almost got hit by a bus. That's the end of that story. You can imagine. After we were shopping around, we went to an illumination. Like, that's very popular in Japan in winter, I think. Especially in bigger cities like Tokyo, I think. And I got some video of that. It was really pretty, but very, very cold. So here's the illumination. We went to Christmas dinner date because in Japan, Christmas is less of a family holiday and more of a couple's holiday. So we went to a nice Italian place, and I've only gotten pictures of the food. I didn't do any video, but I did my creeper cam. Christmas Day, aside from opening presents, we went to a mall and we did some more looking around and shopping, and we also had ice cream. Oh, it was so good. We went to, was it Cold Stone? In Japan, they sing there. I've seen that before on YouTube videos, but it's pretty cool to see. And we actually saw a lot of Westerners. I guess I assume they're American because they were from the military base, is what Kazuya said. And it was very interesting to see, and I was wondering as we were sitting there eating the ice cream, what do they think of me? Because I'm young enough to look like I'm not a teacher, I think, right? So I wonder, they must know I'm not from the base. I don't look like it, and I'm with the Japanese man. It was just a thought that went through my head. What could their opinion of me be? I don't know. So much for cleaning my desk, huh? It's okay. The next day was Monday, and Kazuya did not have off. He had to go to work for 4 days. So instead of staying at his parents' house, I was gonna leave and go to a hotel for a couple days and just, while he's at work, walk around by myself and look at stuff, which was kind of intimidating because that was my first time riding trains by myself and going around by myself in a big city here. So I woke up kind of like 10ish, and I was alone with his family, which was, I was alone. I was kind of scared. Had breakfast with them. It seemed to go fine, but after breakfast, I wanted to say, like, can I go prepare to leave, later to go to my hotel? But instead of saying junbi is the word for prepare, I said jibun in my sentence, which means, like, by yourself, alone. So I think whatever I said came out more like, can I go be alone now? Is that okay? So embarrassed afterwards when I realized I had made a mix-up. But, there's nothing I can do at that point, so I just dealt with it. And then around lunchtime, I guess it wasn't so bad because his mother brought out some photo albums of his baby pictures. I loved that. I guess we shared a moment. We were looking through all the pictures and laughing, and one of his favorite things to wear, obviously not his choice, but his mom put him in these big pants. They look almost like MC Hammer pants. They ballooned out. Oh, it was hilarious. When I have kids, I think I'm gonna get them some of those. He also had wild hair as a baby. I wish he still had that now. It would be kind of funny. It was like sticking up. So after lunch, His mom drove me to the train station. So around 2 o'clock, his mom... Take 500! So around 2 o'clock, his mom drove me to their station, and I took a train to Seibu Shinjuku, where I checked into my little hotel. And that day, I actually didn't go out, because I only had a little bit of time before he was going to get off work, and we were going to meet up for dinner. The next 2 days, I mostly went out looking for late Christmas presents for family and friends at home. And also just to see, go around and see the cool parts of Tokyo. After that, I went to Yoyogi Park. I had a hard time getting into it. It's got a long perimeter, and I could not find an entrance. I think I finally went into a back entrance. And then I actually sat in a, really concrete open area, and I was like, there's gotta be more to this, because there was nothing there except for, homeless people's tents. I actually felt a little scared being there. That's bad. But then I saw 2 other foreigners, and they walked over this bridge, and I was like, I should follow them, because they're probably going somewhere that's worthwhile for a foreigner to see. And I actually did get over there, and I got to, the park area, where there were fountains and lots of grass and trees. And that's where my story gets interesting. I became a little superstar while I was in Yoyogi Park. I was sitting on a bench, and this little old man was walking by. He kind of stops in front of the bench I'm at, and he says something like, "Oh, it's cold, isn't it?" This is all in Japanese. And I'm like, yeah, it's cold. Well, then he decides to just go ahead and sit down next to me and have a 20-minute conversation, which I couldn't understand mostly. But, I was shaking my head and saying little bits here and there, and found out he's a foot doctor or something. Oh my god. After he left, these 2 girls that I had been watching, they were talking with a man that had a baby. These 2 Japanese girls come up to me and they asked if I had time. And this is in English. And what happened was they wanted to, interview me for a winter break project. And it was the project was to talk to foreigners. And so I got videotaped and I had pictures taken with them. After that, it was getting late and the sun was about to go down, so I was like, I should probably leave and get to where I'm gonna go. So I'm leaving the park. Now, this experience wasn't so good. As I'm leaving the park, as a woman, anywhere, being alone, I'm kind of cautious. I'm not the biggest woman out there. If someone decided to, take me on, I probably wouldn't have much of a chance. I'm kind of small. But even more so being in a foreign country, I'm a little bit more cautious. And right now I'm blonde. I'm small. Foreigner. So I feel like more of a target. I'm more noticeable. So, I'm careful. I kind of look around when I'm walking alone. I hold my bag more tightly, I guess. And so as I was leaving the park, I look behind me to notice my surroundings. And I did notice these 2 guys. They were kind of a ways away. And so I felt pretty good. So I was like, okay, just keep going to the station. But then, as I'm just getting out of the park perimeter, one of these guys comes right up next to me. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, whoa, okay. He's talking to me. He asked me if I know Japanese. At first, this guy, he asks me if I understand Japanese. And my first reply, I think, was pretty smart. I said, oh, no, I don't. Or I said a little, not really. Well, then he's asking me in Japanese all these questions about myself and about, what I'm doing. And I'm answering them in Japanese. How stupid is that? What was I thinking? I guess I was trying to be polite or nice. But that was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Well, he's walking with me, and I start to get a little freaked out because he keeps walking with me. I thought he was just trying to have fun, talk to a foreigner. I don't know. But then I look behind me, and his friend is, right behind me. So then I'm like, wow, this is an odd situation. My heart, pounds a little. So grab my purse even closer, because I don't know if they want to steal it. I start walking a little faster because I know down at the corner there's a little police station. Because what if I get in a dark corner and they could pick me up? I don't know. They were taller than me. So I was like, I gotta get going where there's more people.